It's Tuesday in the garden again, and a lot has happened for me in this last week. Some things a bit more serious than others, so let's start with the serious this time. The UK is in lockdown with a capital L-O-C-K and the rest of it. Big lockdown. We don't know how long for. I mean, they're saying till about the 14th or so of February, maybe a bit later, but they're also talking about March, so we don't know how long this is going to go on for. So we're locked in again. Can we go out? We can go out for a walk, but it's got to be somewhere local. Can't go visiting floods or anything like that. Everything that's not essential closed, but it's good news. Yay, really good news. Although it's a very serious lockdown, churches are not locked down. Do you hear that? Last time they were locked down, they've been locked down when it wasn't this serious. This time the church made its voice heard and we are not locked down. They are in Scotland, but not here. So, good news. Yes. Let me tell you a story, funny story. So, my grandson, who's 17, wanted a McDonald's. And so, of course, what do? I say, okay, we'll go to McDonald's. Now, McDonald's is about 5 minutes from here. So, no big deal. Pick him up from his house, through McDonald's and back here. Well, we get to the great long queue in the roads. And nothing was moving. We're thinking, what's going on here? I mean, it's just 5 minutes from our house. Well, we get to the circle, as some in America call it, we call it a roundabout, and they've got roadworks. So we're thinking, oh, never mind, we'll just carry on. So we go round, we go along the roundabout, we go round, and we can't come off at the exit that we need to get back home or to go and get his burger. So we go down another road, and I said, never mind, we can go down there and we can just turn around, come back again, try and get off another exit. Not that simple. So he says, never mind, we can go to the town that's just next door. I mean, it's only like 5 minutes away, but we can't get back to go around the back way, so we have to go along one of the more main roads. I'm trying to use universal language here. So we get there, go over a bridge, round, down, and we head out towards the next town. Now, this is usually quite a busy road. We get on it and we see a sign. Only essential travel, stay safe. And we're going past it for Burger King, McDonald's, but we're on this road and we can't turn around and go back. Now, the other thing about it is there's no traffic on it. So it's this long road, and as far as we can see in front, and as far as we can see coming back, I mean, it probably took us 12 minutes, but we couldn't see any other traffic. There was just our car on it. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, the police are going to stop us and say, is this essential? What are you going for? And I'll go, we're going for a burger. I didn't know how to make a burger seem like essential, except my grandson wanted it, so to me that's essential. So we're going down this road, desperately wanting to get off it quickly because it was pretty obvious that we were there and nobody else. So we eventually get off and we go and get in the queue to go to McDonald's. A long queue, but we've come this far, so we're going to get it. So we get nearer and nearer and nearer, and there are cars in front of us, cars behind us, and we saw the car in front of us smoking. And I said, oh my goodness, look, there's smoke coming up from under the bonnet or the hood or whatever you like to call it. And suddenly this smell, I mean, it was a smell like I have never smelt a smell. And my grandson's saying, I've never smelt anything like this, and I have smelt some things. It was like every worst smell you could imagine was coming. So he decided to turn the air circulation on in the car, except he turns on the air, so the air is being sucked in from outside, and I had these gloves and I'd taken them off and I'd put him like this. I was sitting in the car like this, I was stench. I can't begin to tell you. And we couldn't move because there's cars in front and behind, and this car now is smoking. I didn't know whether we should get up and jump out or what. Anyway, the woman got up and looked at us apologetic, and we're going, don't worry about us. Don't worry about us. Anyway, eventually she moved, we got the burger, and we came back past 2 more signs that said essential traffic only, and we got back home. It took 1.5 hours to get this burger, which should have taken us 5 minutes there, 5 minutes back, 10 minutes, at the most 15 if we had to queue a bit. So that was an adventure, and you can imagine we laughed, and I did feel a bit concerned driving down that road all by myself. And so that's an adventure, and it's a story. Anyway, this morning I've been up. I started my day at about 4 o'clock, I think it was, talking to my friend Chris in America, and then I went round talking to my friend Daniella in Australia, and so we still continue to span the world. And I got an invitation to preach in a church in Malaysia, because we're still doing this sort of thing. So I think it's the 17th, I'm going to be speaking at church in Malaysia. So all happening in this tiny little house. Yes. So one of the things we've done, now this is 3 lockdowns we've had, and they've all gone on quite a while. Each time we have said, okay, let's set some goals for this lockdown, some personal goals and some ministry goals, so that we have a sort of a timeline to achieve some things very, very essentially. And it's been really good, because each time you can see, yes, we did that, yes, we did that. So like next Monday, we're going to talk about what our goals are after we thought about it, so I might share some of them with you. But if you're in Israel, which is now in lockdown, if you're in the UK, which is in lockdown, especially, let me encourage you to see this as an opportunity to achieve some set goals. So at the end of it, you know, this is what we did. It wasn't a time where we just got on with the usual things, but we really achieved some things. And of course, our usual things are continuing to carry on in a wild, crazy way. There's lots of more things happening. I'll tell you about those next week. So the other thing we're going to do, and this might be an idea for you, we're going to get a piece of paper and we're going to put on it, if you would like to join a WhatsApp group, you don't have to put your name, you don't have to put your house number if you don't want to, but you'd like to join a group for this street, and there's about 25 houses on this street. Put a number through our door, we'll put in our door number, we'll create a group, and we can check in on each other and just see how our day is going, and create a sense of support for the whole street. I don't know if I told you when I put Christmas cards through the whole street. I think I did, but if I didn't, I'll go back and check and tell you next week that funny story. So that we're going to do today. So lots happening, and I'm already on 8 minutes, and I tried to keep this in 6 at the most. So I'll have to stop. But happy lockdown day to those of you who are in lockdown. To those of you that aren't, I do look rather enviously when I see you on social media out and about, and think, I want that. But still a lot happening, still fulfilling the purpose of God, still looking forward to seeing you and making plans to do so. So much love from me. Find some things to laugh about, even if it's a crazy story of going to get a burger, and I'll see you next week in this garden. So from me, especially to you, who is loved by me. Bye.